So the International Tibet Youth Forum 2025, which is being convened from 3rd to 5th July, aims at empowering and mobilizing Tibetan youth who are actively involved or to inspire them to get involved in Tibet advocacy all across the world. At this forum, which is the 3rd International Tibet Youth Forum, we have around 95 participants coming from about 15 countries, and during these 3 days they will learn, they will be trained in advocacy, and most importantly they will discuss in groups and draft action plans to do Tibet advocacy initiatives in the coming months and year.
This is my second time here at International Tibet Youth Forum, and this year I'm actually here to give experience to others, because last year I came as a participant, fresh into advocacy, and I was learning a lot of new things from experienced advocates, learning new stuff from fellow members across the world, and also it was a great opportunity to understand the Central Tibetan Administration, how our Tibetan community, a refugee in exile, functions, and it was a great opportunity. So this year I wanted to, while experiencing those ones again, I wanted to share to the Australian delegation I brought from Australia, as well as the other fellow new younger members from VTech all across the world.
I took part in this International Youth Forum today because I have to, first of all, because I'm a coordinator, and then second thing is that through this platform we get to learn about advocacy and to build network with like-minded people, and at the same time what I learned from this platform I would like to use that in the international level so that I can be the voice for the Tibetan.
Taringdela ki kumsendi the kugab around nangsoro ani kugab dipe sangbush thongso khajan dela ani lumba naga mangbushi ki shunge dela legirela ni koso ani mixe phegi zadön digang dela ani dolem dang mangbushi gedu arangi kugab sangbush thongsoro ani pasu shunge mangbushi ngde dewaswe dang ani phedön gang dela samno dang nang dang laga chinang samma mandawa 뭔가 상마당 신기 상마 만장 인도 상원염도 좀네 아니 내가 간데스 벽이 싸드는 강들라 간데스 미투네 공부 간데스 경우도 대강들랑 하랑기 국업상 부스통네들 레.
This kind of platform is crucial because, like you mentioned, we are spread everywhere, but we are all joined together by a common cause of fighting for Tibetan self-determination, Tibetan dignity, and being able to connect all of these young Tibetans together through advocacy training, workshops, being able to meet important Tibetan political figures. So these are all sort of important aspects that I think they will be learning here and then taking back to their respective countries and communities.
그거 먼저 오페 공부로 와. 믹스에 간소기 센주낭라 표본 망치다 카토드려라. 야당다 자민 카와슬 카토드도 슝게 망부시기 수수기 결기라가 당 아니 망치 수술라 아니 표동강들라 아니 결기 달랑다 아니 강다 테스트 시유도 다 딘상마 좀체 섬노당낭 마랑 쪼디 섬노당낭다 랴치랑 상마 만자 유도 딘상마 딩지 안데시다 데라 표슝기 게딩 안데도식 스네 상말레 주의 국업기 때도 나랑기 뺏상보시 통기도 디 안데도 망스 유나 섬기도라.
This time I am looking forward to learn more about the middle way approach policy so that how Tibetans and China can coexist together in Tibet, inside Tibet, through democracy. Yeah.
And for me personally, I wanted to focus on getting all the participants to network and build a foundation of network, because that's what Voluntary Tibet Advocacy Group is for. To build a platform for the youth Tibetans especially. It's for all Tibetans, but especially youths who are growing up internationally. They're studying different professions, and while they've got all these different backgrounds of academic studies, they can also contribute to the Tibetan advocacy movement. With that in mind, I hope to get everyone to getting comfortable with each other. So when they go back, they know who to reach out to when they need help. They know who to reach out to when they want to collaborate on something. And for me personally, I wanted to focus my 2025 to 2026 goal on around Year of Compassion in honor of His Holiness the Dalai Lama's 90th birthday. And so I've got some plans in mind. Hopefully we can start strategizing this at the Youth Forum and start implementing it straight when I return back to Australia.
Advocacy is more about, from my perspective, it's about speaking with the politicians and to the policymaker of the foreign countries so that we can represent Tibet and they can help us represent Tibet in the international level. So that's why I feel like advocacy is something, it's like a wing for the Tibet and for the Tibetan movements.
In terms of advocacy, I find that that is the most important way that we can sort of help the Tibetan people. We've helped through already 2 to 3 large bills, the Tibet Policy Support Act, Reciprocal Access to Tibet Act, and then again the Tibet Support Policy Act. So those are ways that we can help Tibetans inside Tibet, whether it be by, instituting the Office of the Special Coordinator for Tibetan Issues, making that an office within the United States government. So these are things that we can help the Tibetan people from outside Tibet.
Zamling 딩자 농로라 벽이 사둔디 셰당 벽이 민디 루에디 항상 개심보 통기도 믹세 디상기 잠링디 농로라 이내 배반 농로레 하고에디 별라니 티베트라니 별라니 민직부시 하마고 해제 농로라 스가랑스기 루유 가랑스기 별슝이나 별슝기 조당 방주 전주 농라 조당 한데서 민상내 하고에 개심볼 상기도 룹치 농로라 약부시 시연식라 사나 안가랑스기 kumba 당연히 like this There,
I have been to EU, European Parliament. I got an opportunity to attend the ICT Empowerment Day, Tibet's Empowerment Day, and then I got the. We received the opportunity to engage with the politicians and the policymakers of European Parliament, and there were some political parties which were not really supportive for the Tibetan movement, but as well as also on the contrary, there are some political parties and politicians who wants to help Tibetan and who wants to be the voice for Tibetan community. So in that case, I believe we need those politicians or those political party, those who were a little bit far away from supporting the Tibetan cause, is because they need more evidence. They need more facts of what is really happening inside Tibet. And if we don't have more like legit evidence, they require the legit evidence. So I feel like we need to work hard so that we can convince them, and then they can be the voice for Tibetan community.
One of the biggest stuff I got to do in the last year, 2024, was in February last year, we got to hold a first ever Losar celebration in the Victorian Tibetan State Parliament. So that was the first ever state parliamentary event we've ever held in Australia. In September last year, I got to, for the first time, experience Lobby Day, Tibet Lobby Day. So that was organised by Australia Tibet Council, and the opportunity was offered to all the Tibetan members across the Australian National Tibetan Association. And that time we had a solid foundation of VTAG, where we were the main network of Tibetan youths across Australia. So we directly approached both Australia Tibet Council and Australia Tibet National Association and inquired for positions. If there are seats, we would love to have some experience. The VTAGers, they know English, they know their parents' stories, and it would be great if we can be the one to be the voice, represent our people in the parliament. And it was really successful because ATC said that was the biggest lobby day they've ever had, with 20 delegates, and out of the 20, 17 were VTAG youths. So it was a great opportunity. Those are my biggest highlights of last year. And one of the important things we're going to focus on this year is to build a forum declaration. So that was done in the first 2023 International Tibet Youth Forum, but it wasn't done last year. So this year we wanted to get that part done, hopefully in both Tibetan and English, and get that sorted out. So that's the biggest goal for this year's I2IF.